Hello, welcome to Nixies Notebooks. I am your host, and today I am going to show you how we go from an envelope like this to a journal like this. So I'm not going to show, it will actually be in a couple of parts, and I'm not going to show you step by step the insides. I do have some video of it, so I will show some of those. But yeah, we will show you what I do to get from this point to this point. And it still has that crinkly feel and sound to it, which I really like. So, alright, sit back and enjoy. Thank you. Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Nixies Notebooks and I am your host, and I just had to check to make sure I have the microphone on because so many times oops, let me pull this aside for a second. So many times do I basically forget to do my microphone. So I'm just making sure I don't dox myself on the internet or my husband, because I'm pretty sure he would not like that at all. So there we go. Okay. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a simple notebook. This probably won't be all today. I just kind of started putting it together, so I don't know if it'll be one video or two videos, but I decided to use these envelopes that you get from Amazon. I like the sound of them. They have like a nice crinkly sound. I thought they would be great. I'm gonna have to cover it, so let me open it up. Give you guys an idea. I've never tried this, so this is gonna be a first time for me, as well as you guys, so there we go. Unless you've seen it somewhere else. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I have to admit I've been so busy. So as I was saying, I've been so busy lately. You know, I do work a full-time job. I try to get videos out. I try to make my notebooks because being creative is something I like to do, and it makes me feel good. So I haven't had much of a chance to watch my craft shows and stuff. I'm hoping to maybe start getting caught up. Not my craft shows, my YouTube craft stuff, the ones I subscribe to. I just really haven't had a chance, and I do apologize. It's just been busy. My life is totally and completely busy. My little Lou cat found her food. All right. I'm gonna rip it. It's not really gonna matter. Maybe it will. Who knows? Yeah, that's fine. I just hate to waste this. So where I live, they no longer recycle. So I hate to waste this stuff. So I'm constantly like, my husband's like going to throw away stuff, and I'm like, no, bring that back, bring it back. Let me see what I can do with it. I not sure how I'm going to do this. So I said I'm going to do this, and then I'm telling you, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. So my thought was it's going to be an orangey theme because I had a lot of orangey papers and stuff. This isn't done yet. I obviously have to work on this a little bit more, do a couple finishing things. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 6 pages in here. Usually the signatures have closer to 10 when you do like a single signature notebook. So I would like to kind of get a little more. I think I like that orange on the outside better than on the inside, so we might just move that. There we go. Yeah, I like that a lot better. But anyways, I still have some ways to go on this. This is all scrap paper that as you've heard in the last 200 videos I've done. Scrap paper. I have issues with it. I'm trying to get rid of it. But anyways, as I was saying, this is going to fit in here, right? Yeah. Ooh, that's very, very close. It's okay. We'll figure out something to make sure it's not that close. It won't be that close. Because I am going to, let's do that without stuff in it. I had another one that I actually folded already and was all ready to go for me to start a video, and for the life of me I now can't find it. So I'm going to start over. I didn't do anything else but just cut it out and save it, which is probably good that I'm doing it this way. That way you can maybe see. So, yeah. I think I'm going to have to put 2 pieces of fabric on this. I think I'll probably just do it in the same color, the same orange, because I really don't have a lot that matches with this orange. So I didn't find another color that really matches well, but I like this. I think if I cut down here and then kind of rip it instead, it'll make a nice closure. I could sew the 2 pieces right here so you can have a tie closure. So let's get out. The only other thing too, well, I could do that afterwards. I'm just thinking in my head, yeah, I could do that afterwards. I could sew it on afterwards. So I'm probably going to want to put a little like plate on there. My only problem is the way this feels. I'm not so sure I'm going to be able to do that. It's very, I'm afraid there's going to be a hole put into it. That is my biggest concern. So let's see here. It's probably not the best place. I probably just undo a just a little bit beyond there. Okay, that works. And what I'm going to probably do is I'm just going to cut out 2 pieces, and then I am going to do front and back. And when I sew them together, I'll then cut them short, which means maybe I should probably, you know what, I'm going to leave the paper bag. I'm going to leave the paper part of it showing. I think that'll be kind of interesting. Let's turn on some more. Let's make this a little more glowy. It's not so dark. Why does it look like it's green in some places? That's so weird. All right, sorry, I'm mumbling to myself again. Alexa, office light on. All right, there we go. That should help a little bit. Let's also turn on a light. Oh, that is on. Ooh, okay. So, what did I say about? I think it's just a little bit over this line. So, and I'm just going to probably sew around the edge. I'm not going to really do much. I have done where I've done some kind of crazy cuts and stuff, but okay. Christmas. This is actually a Christmas cheer. So weird. I wouldn't have thought this would be Christmas, but apparently it is. Alrighty, so let's see. They're there. I'm not worrying if they're even or anything. I want to get them on here. So let's go. Yeah, we'll just go right up this lane. I use these for both paper and fabric, so they're not the sharpest in the world. Trying to get as much of this on video as possible without having to mess around too much with the camera. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. Just back with all my other fabric. I think I've mentioned this too. I thought I was going to do quilting. It's interesting. Quilting I think is beautiful, but it's a little too precise for me. And I mean, I understand. I understood a lot of the concepts that my aunt was teaching me when she was trying to teach me, but yeah. Okay, all right, let's get back to here. Ooh, it is a little crooked, that's okay. Really want to make sure that is good, because I want to be able to find that crease again. Just make sure that's not gonna, good. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to avoid the salvage edge here. I do not really want much of the salvage edge. While I do use it in some places, I'm not going to use it here. So what I am going to do though is I am going to put some glue down, fabric tack, just to help with this a little bit. It's not going to be a lot. Yeah, oh, see, and that's why I talk about the ripping. See? There we go. Just ripped it. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I'm a little nervous about putting like a book plate on there, because I'm not so sure like how well it's going to stay, or it's just going to be kind of weird, and I don't know. I think I might just pass on the book plate. I might just have to pass on it. But maybe I'll make a bunch of little charmies to hang off of it or something. We'll have to see. I will do something to make this spectacular. So there we go. I do like the color orange a lot. It is my, well, there you go. You just messed that up, didn't you? Yes, you did. Probably should have put it down this way so I could see what I was doing. Okay. That's not working right. All right, let's try this again. There we go. That's very bad. I do a lot of things in orange. Orange is my husband's favorite color, so I do feel a little affinity to it. So and this is more just to kind of keep the fabric down even once it's sewed, so it's not like bulging or bulking in weird places or anything. So like little sewing clips, I found them to be very handy, and they're going to be very handy because I'm not gonna sew that down like that, but it's going to tell me where the border or the edge is. So I really only need like one or two. Again, this is just to tell me where the edge is. I'm not going to sew it down like this. So you can see 42 is one of, is this stitch down here, and then I just, that I don't care about, that's just the arcs and peaks, and this is just the stitch length. I did it as long as I could. That's usually best. I try to, actually when I do like a straight stitch, I do like a 4. So let's start this right here. And we're not going to be too upset if you can see a little bit of the brown package, so I'm not going to be. Someone else might be, but I'm not going to be. Again, I just want to keep that in mind as to where that is. Let's move it over just a little bit. And I don't sew straight, so FYI. Alright, let's start it up. And we're going to do this slow though, because I have to watch a lot of things while I'm doing this one, so. When you go to change your speeds or change anything up here, you do want to make sure you stop the needle. You really don't want it in, if you're changing the speed, having the needle in there probably isn't a big deal, but if you're changing any of this stuff, you want the needle up. Just an FYI. I'm just feeling my way to see where where the edges are. So this is where your guide is going to be. Do you see that little hole right there? I hope you can see that pretty well. Let me just go in a little bit closer. So this little area right here, this is where your needle is, this is where your thread has stopped. I need it to go to about right here. So this is where I need this needle to be, is like right about there. So now I'm removing that one. Nah, probably one more stitch. Do that all the time. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's down here. So I'm just moving again this clip down a little bit. I still want to be able to use this as the, I still want this as the guide so I know where I'm going or shooting for. Now, you see how the needle, I don't know if you can see that, let's go in. You see how the needle is really kind of lined up with that thread? You're going to turn it and pivot, and there we go. I just tie these into square knots, just hold stitches. So one way you can do this, so if you look, I'm holding it up to light, you can see where it is. So we're just going to use that as a guide. It'll be easier. And I'm not putting away my sewing machine yet because I still have to I have to sew in the bindings. I don't think, well, okay, I know what it is. I was gonna say, I don't think these circles are straight on the fabric, and I think it's probably more that I just didn't glue it on straight. Yeah, that would be it. All right, let's work on this now. So I probably don't need a huge one. I'm gonna cut it with regular. I want it big enough so you could tie it. Okay, and then I think all I have to do, well, let's see if this works the way I think it's gonna work. So I cut it right here a little bit. Let's see if I can rip it. I should be able to rip it. That's what I'm talking about. I want to give it a nice ripped edge. I thought it would be kind of cool. Okay, that was a test of strengths there. How big do you think it needs to be? Yeah, you know what? I guess we're gonna use both of these. That'll work. Okay, that's fine. All right, I just wasn't sure. Just trying to figure this out. It might be too big. If it's too big, I'll just cut some off. Not a big deal. So we're gonna do it like we want that facing out. Should probably put both of them on first. Okay, I gotta push this away. Hold on. Okay. I know it's still at the weird angle, guys. I'm sorry. It'll just be easier when I go back to sew. So I'm gonna put that one right there, but we want to make sure that they're kind of straight and even for the most part. Let's just do this one first. Let's get this one done. We'll move to the other one. So we're going to change this. I'm just going to do a regular stitch on this one. It's going to be going through fabric, so I think we can probably do a 2.5 on this. Oh, 2.6. It can be smaller because it's going to be going through 2 pieces of fabric. Usually if you're doing paper to fabric or paper to paper, you really want to use a longer stitch. And the reason why you want to use that longer stitch is because it can cause some problems. It can cause the paper to rip and stuff. So, but this is going to go through fabric, and the interlocking is going to be through the fabric. So it should not be an issue. Actually, I'm pretty positive it won't be an issue. Like 99.999% positive it won't be an issue. Okay. Don't do that. Always put your foot down. Sewing foot. I can't tell you how many times I've done that in my life. Don't want these threads to get caught up in the sewing, so I'm just going to move them a little bit. Again, I'm going to go all the way around. Let me do one more stitch. I'm going to go all the way around like a little square notion, and then I'm going to make sure that these two meet up so that way I can tie the knots into them. Just kind of reinforce it a little bit better. There we go. See, I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah. You know what? I just hate the ends flying all over the place, so we're just going to tie them up right now.
I'm sure if I'm sewing straight. I really got problems with sewing straight. One more stitch. Oh yeah, don't do that. Again, put down the foot.
Okay. Alrighty, so here we go. And we have these beautiful little ties to go with it, so those are probably going to be too long, but I wasn't sure. We'll see.